Alright, today's date is January 23rd, 2012. I just left the media center where I made a video inside the media center stating that that I was getting ready to leave and the route that I was going to take. And I stated if anything happens concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me along my routes, that it'll be a direct result of me being stalked to here and then from here. My target of organized stalking, total craziness. And they just gaslighted me twice. An older woman just walked by me, and this guy's already lifted his hands to his face 3 times as he's walked by me. And let's see if this guy touches his face. There we go. Oh. Now, what's the likelihood of me predicting that? SDSU. What's the likelihood of me predicting that and then it occurring? I'm not over at SDSU right now, and I'm getting ready to leave. And if anything happens along my route, see, what they're doing is waiting until I get off the Green Line trolley. Yeah, so they can say, you weren't stalked from SDSU. This is just somebody who was on the trolley. Yeah. I just predicted this guy that was walking by, he was going to gaslight me, and he did. Put his hands to his face and hands to his head. Google organized stalking. Hands to face, hands to mouth, hands to nose, you know, and then they just get to the point to where they're just doing it anywhere on their face or head. So they don't like to create incidences at all. Let's see if this guy holds his hands up to his face. The reason why I said that is because he did before I put the camera on him, a little bitch. He's getting his instructions on his cell phone. You can go to Organized Stalking 3 and look at their videos. One that was just recently made. It was the 66th video, and it shows how they're communicating through cell phones in reference to what a target is processing, remote neural monitoring, and then they communicate with the ones on the cell phones about what to do and what not to do. And they know I just caught one doing it, so he did it before while I was literally talking on this video camera as he was right there. And that's why I turned the video camera on him as he was continuing there, but he wouldn't do it because he was on a cell phone telling him not to do it. Literally, this is literally what they do. Now, they don't want to, I sent an email to MTS telling them that I was subject to organized stalking, gang stalking on their routes. And I sent them in that email a video that you can find at YouTube by going to YouTube and typing in gang stalking bullying on steroids, showing that it was covered on the news in Chula Vista just in March of 2012. I mean, in February 2011. And it was uploaded to YouTube, I think, in March of 2011. And it literally shows the Chula Vista police saying that gang stalking's been around forever, and that it's even reached out into the cyber world. Now, you can go to Google and type in organized stalking universities and get 8 million responses. I'm on a university campus right now. So I sent them that, in that email, I sent them that I was being targeted with organized gang stalking tactics on their trolley routes and bus routes, and that if anything happened again on their trolley routes or bus routes, that I was going to take this matter up for proofs, which is a legal term. Okay? Because MTS is where I've been, where I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. Why would they send me an altered video of an assault if they weren't involved in the actual assault? Look in the comments feature of the YouTube video that's titled Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus. It shows me predicting I'd be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or in public transportation, and 11 days later, I was brutally assaulted on public transportation, their transportation, that I was already blogging about and stating about how I was being gaslighted by bus drivers and people on the buses. Yeah, so basically, and then I'm continually gaslighted on trolleys, buses, trolley routes, trolley stations, bus stops. And so I told MTS that if anything happens to me again on any trolley route or any of their transportation services, that I was going to take these matters up for proof. And since they don't want to create an incident here on the university campus, because there's been multiple, the Informers Report did a video on me being gang stalked over at USD. And in that video, it literally states that me saying that you can go to Google and type in organized stalking and universities and get 8 million responses. So they see that I'm getting public exposure. Cop Block posted the video of me being assaulted on the MTS bus, that video that I just talked to you about. Now, so they're not going to want to do anything on university campuses if they can avoid it. And they're not going to want to do anything right on trolley routes or bus routes anymore if they can avoid it. So now what they're doing is waiting until I get off the trolley. They're gaslighting me still overtly on the trolleys and buses and at trolley stations and bus stops. But they don't really want to pull something while I'm actually on their transportation services, because that's what I stated in the email to MTS. So now they're waiting until I get off the trolley that I catch either at a hazard center or get off at hazard center, and then they harass me, openly physically threatening me. And then on my routes over to Friars Mission Center, where I get some of my needs met, Ralph's, CVS, Burger King, and sometimes I'll go to the Jack in the Box that's right at the street from Hazard Center trolley station, and the movie theater that's right across from there, Hazard Center Ultra Star. And so their whole goal is to try and intimidate me or produce some type of street theater that's either going to be an incident, harassment, assault, intimidation, threat, or a staged event to where I end up getting arrested for it. Because when they stage these events, they stage the witnesses as well. But it's not going to happen on a university campus or on a trolley or bus route. Not if they can avoid it. So now they're doing it to my walking routes. They've literally, the noose has been tightened, and they only have so much freedom now to engage in any type of tactics towards me. This includes where I'm periodically hiking out at, which is my right. I'm a grown woman. I'm 48 years old, okay? And along my walking routes. Yeah, because that's basically the only places I'm at outside of university campuses and trolleys and buses. So let's see if anything happens towards me. And if it does, if it's not caught on video, it's because they're using the capabilities that are literally described in the remote neural monitoring file. San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and I'm getting ready to leave SDSU right now on June 23rd, 2012. And the time is exactly 5:55 p.m. And let's see if anything happens at all up until at least this time tomorrow, which will be June 24th, 2012 at 5:55 p.m. And this includes along all of my routes and any place that I'm at, any place, business, walking, trolley routes, any place, anything concerning anything, any type of harassment at all. I'm in San Diego, California.